Okay, I got my little crazy helper out of here so that she is not attacking me while I'm trying to do my video. But she might be making a little noise in the background, so just listen to me. We're going to do practice number 2 and 3, and then I'm going to have a separate video for your exit ticket. You can choose to listen to it or not listen to it. Totally up to you. So right now we are going to do our practice number 2. Okay, so we are going to look at Cora, who is mom. The first reasoning that we have for her, again, we pulled out some text evidence. What type of characterization is being used? What part of steal? So you're going to identify what part of steal and then identify the character trait. So I want us to kind of do this one together, and then you guys are going to do, we're going to do the first one together, and then the next ones you guys are going to do all on your own. And we can go over this later. After Harry tells her that they should go back to Earth, Cora explains that they've come too far and need to stay. So, we've traveled 65 million miles or more. We can't turn back now. So, what is that? Is that her speech, her thoughts, her effects on others, her actions, or her looks? So while she's, what do we know? Is it describing her looks? No. Is it describing any kind of actions? No. Do we have effects on others? So she is talking to her husband, but do we right here have any kind of evidence about the effect it has on her husband? No. Are these her thoughts or is it her speech? So we see the quotation marks, and we're also saying that she's explaining to her husband. So if I were to show my evidence here, I am marking down, sorry about that, I am marking down explains, and then I'm showing that I circled the quotation mark so I know that it's speech, right? So we're going to write speech in the box. We're going to write speech in the box. And then let's take a look at the character traits. Harsh, disrespectful, or calm. So her saying that, is that like harsh to him? Is it kind of like, geez? Is it disrespectful, the way that she responds? Or is she just calmly telling him, hey man, we've traveled 65 million miles. We can't just turn around and go home. Which one is it? So I'm thinking, which one can I eliminate right off the bat? So I know that she's not trying to be disrespectful to her husband, right? She's not saying anything that is rude in any way, anything like that to him. She's just kind of like, can't turn back, okay? So we know that it's not disrespectful. So then what I want you to do, is it harsh or is it calm? Okay, good. So it's calm. She's very calm in this. She's not panicking. She's trying to make sure that her husband, who is kind of panicking, can kind of sense that calmness from her, okay? All right. I'm going to read the next one. You are going to answer it on your own. And then I'm going to go into the independent practice, which you are also going to read on your own. Okay, so after Harry says he will not eat the food from Mars, Cora tells him there is nothing wrong and that they're out of food from Earth. She makes him a sandwich from Mars and convinces him to eat it. This one could be a little bit of a mix of a few of them, okay? But I want you to always start from your S. Is she speaking? Do we have quotation marks? Thoughts. Do we have her actual thoughts on here? Effects on others. Is she affecting her husband in some way? Or maybe changing his feelings or something like that, because that is an effect. Actions. Is she doing something? Or do we know her looks? Some of these, with the type of indirect characterization, you can have more than one, and that's fine. So think about if there is more than one, or if there's one main thing. Either that she's saying, or she's thinking, or she's doing, or her looks. Okay. Write that down in your box or on your separate piece of paper. Then you need to say, is what she doing here, that steal, is that showing that she's miserable, thoughtful, or certain? Okay, and then I'm going to go on to my practice number 3, and this is what you guys are going to go, you're going to do on your own, and then for your classwork, I will go in and I will mark if you were correct or not, and that's, or you can come to office hours, and I'll explain it during office hours with you guys, what those answers are, okay? We're not going to go over it together, because I want to see what you guys can do on your own. So here we go. It says, this is for David, which is the son. No, Papa, David looked at his shoes. See that you stay away from them. Pass the jam. Just the same, said little David, I bet something happens. What type of indirect characterization is this? Speech, thoughts, effects, actions, looks. Remember, you are focusing on David. Especially if you're looking at this ending part. Okay? Especially if you're looking at that ending part down there, that this last part. Sorry, I'm trying to show it to you guys. It's kind of hard. All right, so does that mean that it's untrustworthy, fearful, or brave? That sentence right there. And I want you to also say, make sure that you write in the box which part of steal it is. Okay. That is it for classwork today. You are going to go to your, I'm lying. We have Laura, the last one. And that is going to be, again, independent practice. So let's take a look. You need to fill this in. So I'm going to read Laura. And then you're going to decide what goes in those boxes. So I'm going to read it. You're going to come up with character traits this time. I didn't give you any, okay? Laura stumbled through the settlement crying. She dashed blindly onto the porch. Mother, father, the war, Earth, she sobbed. A radio flash just came. Atom bombs hit New York. All the space rockets blown up. No more rockets to Mars, ever. What type of indirect characterization is being used? And then what character trait might you give her? What is she like? I'm going to read the next one, and then you're going to just do it on your own. Laura wept. We're stranded on Mars forever and ever. What type of indirect characterization is that? And then what character trait matches that? You're coming up with these character traits, okay? You can look them up online if you would like to. But you guys can come up with some on your own of what a character is like. All right, excellent job going through the work today. Please make sure you hit the turn in button. I can always return it to you. Don't turn things in blank. I need to see that you actually have all of it done. And then tune into the video for the exit ticket if you want to hear me read it. If you don't want to hear me read it, just go ahead and go on the survey and take it. See you tomorrow.